Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the vlog, Reptile Army. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to give you a tour of all my monitor lizards, but I'm going to do it per where they're from. So we're going to start with Africa, and we're going to start with this big monkey right here, which, by the way, is absolutely incredible. He's just hanging out right over here. And I love one thing when people come to the Reptarium. I always do this. I open this door, and I say, stick your head in here and just smell the waffles, man. Just smell the syrup. So, of course, this is my guy Waffles over here. So we're gonna try to get Waffles out real quick. Come on, big boy. And when he's in here, he's got such powerful claws. He hangs on, he's like, I'm not coming out. He's a handful. Oh, it's like he's flying or something like that. So obviously there are 4 species of rock monitor in Africa. This is the black throat monitor, and this is by far the largest of the monitors in Africa when it comes to the rock monitors. These guys are actually from East Africa, which is in the Tanzania range, and they are unbelievable. Now, a couple things about them. Again, they smell, what are you doing, silly? They do smell like syrup. Hence the name Waffles. Don't know why, we've talked about that before. The other thing is that these guys do pack a pretty good amount of venom. That's right, look at that tongue. Just take a look at that guy. I mean, he is unbelievable. I mean, his tongue is like twice the size of Elvis, our Asian water monitor. But again, when it comes to African monitors, definitely one of my favorite African monitors. Absolutely no doubt about it. Just huge. Look at that. Look at the size of his head right there. And those claws. Look at this right here. These claws are crazy cool, but he is such a good animal. I love him to death. And oftentimes, he just wants to go back in his cage. So I'll just kind of put him up here and let him crawl himself in his cage. We'll come back to him. So definitely want to start my African monitors with my buddy Waffles here because he is absolutely amazing. I've always wanted to have one of these guys, and I'm so blessed that we actually have one now. So Waffles is the first stop in our African series. Now listen, the next stop isn't going to be quite as fun for me because I don't know what's going to happen, and that's going to, of course, be the Albino Now Monitor chicken strip. So let's see what chicken strip is doing here. Now these guys are more from West Africa. And oh, I tell you what, I know it's going to be a battle. Chicken strip is not going to be happy because it's just not a friendly animal. Now, Nile monitors as a whole are typically a little bit more cantankerous, to be honest with you. And we've worked with chicken strip since it was a baby, and we just can't seem to really break it. But I'm going to see if I can get him. Come on, buddy. Whoa. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, is he upset? Whoa. God, he is upset, guys. And of course, whew, please don't bite me. Please don't bite me. Oh, whoa. Okay, chicken strip. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Okay, we're okay. He's got strong claws. Oh! And he is definitely a biter when he is first out. Now, once he calms down, he's actually pretty good. But getting him to calm down, already I'm bleeding, guys. And it's, whoa! But again, he's the only albino Now monitor that's around right now. Of course, there might be some running around in the wild that we don't know about, and there have been a couple others that have come in to the country over the years, but he's the only surviving one right now. He's a boy, and of course, ow, ooh, hopefully one day we'll be able to breed him and actually get some babies. But Now monitors are a trip, and you can see he's already starting to calm down now. He's finally said, all right, I'm done trying to bite you. I'm done trying to run away from you, and I can actually hang out. And it's all about, you know, gaining those trusts. I'm working with this guy for a long time, and he's still a cantankerous little monkey. There's no doubt about it, but still a beautiful animal. And I'm so blessed to be able to work with him. And one day, if we can produce some albino Nile monitors, whoo, doggy. All right, buddy, this was good. And again, now I'm gonna let him go. See how it's like, all right, good, we're good. That's the way you want to end every session of handling, with a positive note. And yeah, already a little bleeding. Listen, with monitor lizards, I have a feeling I'm going to be bleeding a lot this video. Now, he's the only one I think that could actually bite me because all our other monitors are pretty docile. But I tell you what, some of them have some pretty nasty daggers, there's no doubt about it. But continuing on with African animals, we're going to move on to another rock monitor. And again, there's 4 species of rock monitor in Africa. These happen to be the white throat monitors. Here, come on, buddy. Come on, big boy. Look very similar to the black throat monitors, but these are the white throat monitors, and the other 3 species besides the black throat are all white throat monitors. But this particular one is from South Africa, and it's the most common one in captivity. Really, the West white throat monitors you don't see very often. One's from Angola. I've never even seen one in person, to be honest with you. But this is Grits, and Grits is a lot more mellow than a lot of the monitors we have, and it's just amazing. I mean, it'll just sit on you like this. Still has some pretty powerful claws, but thankfully it doesn't really thrash around. It doesn't doesn't cut you up and stuff like that. And I tell you, monitor lizards, they're just so intelligent. I mean, working with them, you know, we have target trained all of them. Chicken strip is the only monitor that we haven't target trained, because honestly, it doesn't take food off a tongue, so it's hard to motivate it to actually follow a ball. We have to just put food in. It's really skittish, right? Like stuff like that. But all our other monitor lizards, we actually have target trained. They're so smart, and every time we work with them with this new project, we realize they're even smarter than we thought. I mean, they're incredible. But again, we're sticking with the African continent still, and this particular one is a absolute beauty. Now, interestingly enough, Grits, the white throat monitor, does not smell like syrup like the black throat monitor. And then last animal that we have here from Africa that is really cool, and I love these guys too. Again, these are kind of the big puppy dogs of the monitor world, to be totally honest with you. Let's see if we can find them in here. Where are you at, buddy? Where are you at? Oh, there you are. This, of course, is Santana, the Savannah Monitor. Look at this guy right here. And again, it kind of looks like a rock monitor, but it's not in the 4 rock monitors. It's actually a Savannah monitor. And these guys can range all over West Africa. They're a pretty wide-ranging animal, really, into Central and all over Africa. Probably the most common of the lizards when it comes to monitors in Africa, to be honest with you. Also the most common as far as pets go, too, because these guys do come into the country farm-raised, relatively cheap. They do really well. Now, the biggest thing you have to worry about with these guys, they like bugs, right? And most people get these and they start feeding them rodents, they start feeding them lots of meat and stuff like that, and then they get really big, really fat, and they actually have something that's called fatty liver disease, and they typically perish. So most Savannah monitors you see, once they hit 2, 3, 4 years old, they're really on their last legs because you haven't fed them a high diet of bugs. This guy eats mainly roaches, superworms, bugs like that, and we do give the occasional meat, you know, but we don't do it very often. I'd say maybe once every 4 or 5 meals we'll give them a little bit of meat, and then everything else is bugs. So if you're ever going to get a Savannah, they are absolutely wonderful animals, but you have to keep in mind that they are definitely not meat eaters, and if you feed them too much meat, you're going to end up killing them. So you don't want to do that, right? But so that basically wraps up the continent of Africa when it comes to things that we're working with. Probably missed a thing or two, but the fact is that those are the majority of our African monitor lizards. Now let's move on to Indonesia. What do you think? We'll start with my guy Elvis, of course, and Elvis is right out over here, and you know I love Elvis to death. He is definitely probably our favorite ambassador when it comes to just like kids around here. Hey Elvis, what's up, buddy? Come on over here. Come on out. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Hey, baby boy, how are you doing this morning? Come on, baby, come see me. And of course, Elvis is amazing. This is just an Asian water monitor. Now, these guys can come from Philippines as well, but they are mainly from Indonesia. The majority of the ones that we see here are from Indonesia. Again, there are some Filipino ones and stuff like that, that Southeast Asia area. And water monitors are some of the coolest animals. If you get these guys captive born and just kind of let them go, they are unbelievable. I mean, look at him. He's like my pet dinosaur. He is cool. He's target trained. He's 4.5 years old now. These guys will live 30 to 40 years, so as long as you don't overfeed them. Same exact thing, right? The thing with monitor lizards is they always want to eat, right? You could feed them every single day if you wanted to, but it's not good for them, right? So always make sure that you want them to be a little bit lean. Like here, I'm going to put Elvis down, and we're going to want to see that when he's walking, we don't want that belly actually scraping on the floor. We want him to be up on all fours and stuff like that. And once he's actually awake and going, he'll puff up, right? And when you see a monitor walking and it's dragging his big old belly, that means it's too fat, right? You don't want that. So Elvis is cool. You know what? I tell you what, I'm going to just let Elvis cruise around for a little minute. We're going to go look at another Asian water monitor, and that, of course, is my guy Toothless up here. Now, Toothless may or may not come down. Let's see what happens. He's up, see him? So, hey, what's up, Dad? What's going on? You know what I might do? What's going on, Toothless? You want to come over and say hi to me? What are you doing? See, as soon as I open up the cage, they're so smart. He's looking up, he's like, hey, what's going on? You know, stuff like that. So what I might do is find some food real quick. So hang on one second. You watch Toothless, I'll be back. Now, Toothless, of course, is ball trained as well, but what we don't want to do is come down right there, right? Because it's going to flop down on the thing. So I'm going to open up the other side of the cage like this, and I'm going to show him the blue ball. We're going to have him run down over here. Come on, Toothless, let's go. See? Look at him, look at him. Come on, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. Come on, buddy. See, he comes right over to the ball, and then we'll give him a little treat. Here you go, bud. Here you go. There you go, buddy. And of course, Toothless is a black dragon, and they are absolutely amazing. It is actually a color mutation, it's a recessive mutation, but there's actually an island in Indonesia where all of them, or the majority of, not all of them, but the majority of them are actually black or melanistic like this. And it's just kind of one of those things that, you know, in the wild, having a mutation like this is not a bad thing, right? They're going to absorb sun, they can still blend in and camouflage and stuff like that. When you have an albino, obviously it sticks out, there's no camouflage. One last bite, come on, buddy. Whoop, not that. There you go. Thank you, Toothless. You're such an amazing animal. Asian water monitors, I tell you what, absolutely ridiculous animals. Love these guys to death. I'm going to go ahead and hide this ball so that Elvis doesn't see it, because if he sees it on the ground, he's going to think he's going to get fed. And then we're going to look at another Asian water monitor. And now we're actually going to check out another Asian monitor here. These guys are actually Argus monitors. And by the way, guys, I was running around just showing you guys animals, getting super excited. These guys are not from Indonesia, they're not from Asia. When I watched the footage, I was like, what am I talking about? These guys are actually from Australia and New Guinea. So these go into the other category, but they are still absolutely amazing. Back to the vlog. And where's he at in here? We actually have two of these little monkeys. And of course, these are Noah's little pets. We got these from my buddy Josh, and they're captive born, absolutely amazing. Now we have Artemis Prime, an adult as well, but I wanted to show you this little monkey right here. This is actually Chong, and it is unbelievable. Look at the collar on these guys. Now these guys could actually range up into the New Guinea area as well, but they are also Indonesian, so they're just really amazing. Kind of a mid-size monitor, so they're gonna get decent size, but not that big. Maybe like the size of a Savannah monitor, certainly not the size of a water monitor. So if you want kind of a smaller monitor lizard that is really good, and you can train these guys just as good as water monitors, they're really good and they're really voracious feeders. I mean, look at this little monkey right here. Absolutely wonderful. Put him back real quick. And then we have one last Asian monitor to show you. Probably, hey, Elvis, what are you doing, buddy? You didn't get enough camera time. He's like, Daddy, show me off. I'm the star of the show. And trust me, he is the star of the show. There's no doubt about it. I love you, little buddy. You're absolutely amazing. So let's go look at this last Asian monitor that we have. That is probably the, probably the pinnacle of Asian monitors, except for Komodo dragons, of course. But of course, I don't have Komodo dragons, so I only have this one. We're gonna put the lights on over here real quick, early in the morning. And that, of course, is my guy, Baby Kush over here. Look at Baby Kush. Go ahead, open up. Baby Kush is a Croc Monitor, about 2.5 years old right now. And look at how smart that animal is right there. Unbelievable predators, right? These are called tree dragons over in Asia. And I tell you what, you can understand why. These guys often are up in the trees. Very rarely is he on the ground, to be honest with you. He's got that prehensile tail that he can hang on if he wants to. The second largest lizard with the tail on the planet, only second to the Komodo dragon. But the truth is, body-wise, he's not going to get that much larger. So certainly Elvis and even Waffles is a larger bodied animal, but these guys with that tail can be up to 6 foot in length. So overall, you're looking at a 9-foot lizard. Now he might be about 5.5 or 6 foot now. So he still has a ways to go, but that tail is going to grow a tremendous amount. So that is an awesome animal, and I've wanted to work with Croc monitors my whole life, and he's starting to get good. Like, you can take him out, but it's a little bit tricky because, again, the problem is if it does bite you, it's going to be really, really bad. But thankfully, he's pretty chill, and it's pretty awesome. So that wraps up Indonesia. Let's move on to Australia. Let's go. So again, we're going to go over and check out Australia now. Now, Australia has some of the most amazing monitor lizards, of course, what they call goannas. So let's go look at a goanna really quick here. And of course, my favorite of the goannas that we have is, of course, Beetlejuice. Look at Beetlejuice. Now, he's much like Chicken Strip. He's not going to bite, but boy, he's got talons. I have a feeling I'm going to lose a little bit of blood on this one too. But hey, it's worth it because he's absolutely amazing. Now, he is getting better about handling, and he is getting a lot good. See, when I actually open up the enclosure, oftentimes he'd go flying away, like, I'm afraid of you. Now he's right there, but I will tell you this, when I go to grab him, he's probably going to try to fly away. So I'm going to just be really gentle and just kind of go in here like this. Come on, bud. Come on. Come on. There we go. And now we got him. Whoa, those talons are hard. Whoa, whoa, oh my gosh, are they sharp? They are sharp. They are sharp. So this is a Bell's Face Lace Monitor. Oh, man, is he ripping me up. It's okay. Look at him already all over the place. This is a, whew, Hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you do, smash that like button because I am losing some blood here. But again, he isn't like Chicken Strip where I have to worry about him biting at all because he is super docile when it comes to that. It's just he likes to run and he likes to climb. But you can see he's already slowing down, and that's what happens. And if you notice through all of these lizards I've been holding, I've never grabbed them one time, right? I've never like restrained them. I've always let them kind of do their thing, and that's how you build that threads of trust with them. Once you grab an animal like this behind the neck or where you restrain him, he's gonna hate you forever, right? So you never want to do that, and now he's starting to mellow out. What an absolute ripper this animal is. And again, monitors in Australia are absolutely incredible. Again, goannas, and there's a bunch of them, but the Bell's face to me have always been one of the pinnacles. To be honest with you, Parentes are probably one I really want to get, but right now they're unobtainable. There's very few of them available outside of the zoo community, to be totally honest. One day, I'd like to get Komodos and I'd like to get Parente monitors, but for now, the Bell's face lace monitor is definitely absolutely incredible animal, an animal I never thought I would own, and Beetlejuice is unbelievably good. But again, look at all those marks on my hand just from holding Beetlejuice. All right, buddy, you did so good. Again, letting him go, positive threads. This was a good experience for him. It wasn't as good of an experience for me, but hey, I tell you what, it was worth it. Last Australian monitor I want to show you is a little bit easier to handle. And like I mentioned, these guys are cool. Now, if you've seen all these monitors and you're like, wow, I really would love to get a monitor lizard, but man, Brian, I mean, they get big, they need big enclosures. I don't think I can handle something like this. I got the solution for you right now, and that's this animal here. And like I said, there are a bunch of little, tiny goannas in Australia that are perfect. This one happens to be what they call an Ackie monitor. Woo! Right here. Now there's a bunch of little dwarf monitors that come from Australia, King Hornum, all kinds of different, Kimberley Rocks, I mean all kinds of stuff like that. But this guy is an Ackie monitor. It's probably the most common of the dwarf monitors. And this is a full-grown adult right here. I mean, they might get a little bit bigger, but this is about it. It's called a red Ackie. You can also get yellow Ackies and stuff like that. And you can see all these ridges on this tail, and they're really cool. Again, it's like I mentioned, to be able to have a monitor that's just as smart as Elvis or any of the other monitors, but in a little pint size like this, it's absolutely amazing. And I love this. This was ball trained. The same thing we do with the other monitors, we do with this one here. And again, one day I'd like to get a lot more of the Australian monitor lizards, not only the Parente, which is the largest of the monitor lizards from Australia, but also a bunch of the other pygmies, right? Because they're kind of easier to keep, they're small, so they're absolutely incredible. I mean, there's just so many great monitor lizards that we have here, but that are out there that we'd like to get. I want to go visit Mike's Monitors, a friend of mine. I want to go pick up a couple things from him, like Merton's Monitors, and I mean, the list goes on and on. As we expand, I want to do a lot more monitor lizards because they are absolutely incredible. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of tour of my monitor lizards. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and let me know in the comments which one you think I should get in the future, or if you actually have a monitor that you're like, Brian, you got to get one of these because they're unbelievable. I mean, I have become an absolute monitor maniac. I love them to death. So if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Right over here is a playlist. You can watch a couple more videos. You can do me another favor. On this side, can you go ahead and subscribe to this channel? Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to somebody, and I promise we will see you in the next one.